In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on February 8, 2024 and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Mavericks versus New York Knicks. The Dallas Mavericks are currently on an East Coast tour, and their next stop is in the vibrant city of New York, where they are set to face the New York Knicks on Thursday night. With a season record of 28-23, the Mavericks find themselves deeply entrenched in the competitive Western Conference playoff race. On the other hand, the Knicks have been on an impressive streak, marking them as one of the hottest teams in the league with a 33-18 record, securing the 3rd position in the Eastern Conference standings. Having won 4 out of their last 7 games, the Dallas Mavericks are in decent form, eyeing a 3rd consecutive victory following a convincing 119-107 road triumph against the Nets on Tuesday. The dynamic duo of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic played pivotal roles, with Irving contributing 36 points and 5 assists, and Doncic recording an impressive stat line of 35 points, 18 rebounds, and 9 assists. The Mavericks collectively shot 50% from the field and 19 of 43 from beyond the arc, establishing their dominance early in the game and leading by 65-47 at halftime, extending their advantage to as much as 23 points. In the midst of their remarkable run, the New York Knicks have won 10 of their last 11 games, and their momentum remains strong as they secured a 123-113 victory over the shorthanded Grizzlies on Tuesday. Don DiVincenzo led the Knicks with 32 points, complemented by Jalen Brunson's 27 points and 8 assists, as well as Precious Achiuwa and Isaiah Hartenstein each contributing 17 points. The Knicks exhibited outstanding shooting, hitting 55% from the field and 11 of 27 from beyond the arc, allowing them to amass a commanding 70-point lead in the first half and comfortably cruise through the second half. In terms of player availability, the Mavericks are still grappling with the absence of Derek Lively and Dante Exum. Conversely, the Knicks are missing key players such as Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and Og Anunoby. Surprisingly, the Knicks, despite being one of the league's hottest teams lately, find themselves as underdogs at home. This raises eyebrows, considering their impressive home record and recent performance. The Dallas offense, characterized by excellent ball control and facilitated by Doncic's exceptional court vision, poses a constant threat. In contrast, the Knicks have struggled with ball handling at times this season and tend to be one-dimensional when their outside shots are not falling. While the New York Knicks have been on a stellar run over the past month, their role as home underdogs appears perplexing. However, the absence of key players such as Randle and Anunoby, coupled with Brunson's questionable status due to an ankle injury, might explain the shift in the betting line favoring the Mavericks. With Luka and Kyrie leading the charge for the Mavericks, they present a formidable challenge, especially when opposing teams are missing key contributors. Despite the Knicks' impressive recent performance, being underdogs at home becomes more understandable when considering the players sitting out. The Mavericks, buoyed by the outstanding performances of Irving and Doncic in their last win, seem poised for success. Therefore, the Dallas Mavericks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. As the Dallas Mavericks embark on the 3rd and final game of their 3-game Eastern Conference trip, a slight letdown is anticipated. The New York Knicks, known for their defensive prowess, present the toughest challenge among the 3 teams faced by the Mavericks during this road trip. This defensive strength is expected to impact the Mavericks' offensive output, potentially preventing them from replicating their average of 118.5 points per game in the first 2 matchups. The Knicks' rebounding advantage is likely to dictate the pace of the game, especially considering their 27th rank in the NBA's pace of play. Additionally, the Knicks possess the defensive capabilities to make life difficult for the talented backcourt of the Mavericks. The clash in styles between the Knicks, one of the slowest teams in the league, and the relatively faster-paced Dallas Mavericks adds an intriguing element to the game. Although the Mavericks have played at a quicker pace on the road this season, recent games have seen seen them slowing down their tempo. The Knicks, with their ability to grind games to a halt at home, are expected to dictate the pace in this matchup. Their effective defense without excessive fouls will limit the Mavericks' scoring opportunities, particularly when the clock is stopped. With the Dallas defense excelling on the glass and shutting down perimeter threats, the game is likely to unfold as a defensively intense contest. Consequently, the projected total appears excessively high, making under the projected total our full game total pick. Chicago Bulls versus Memphis Grizzlies. Chicago Bulls will be facing off against the Memphis Grizzlies on Thursday, February 8th, in a highly anticipated basketball clash. The Grizzlies, currently holding an 18-33 record, find themselves in the 13th position in the highly competitive Western Conference. Their recent performance has been less than stellar, having suffered 6 consecutive losses leading up to this matchup with the Bulls. On the other side of the court, the Chicago Bulls, with an overall record of 24-27, are situated in the 9th position in the Eastern Conference. Despite their respectable standing, the Bulls have encountered challenges, losing 4 of their last 7 games. In recent games, the Chicago Bulls have displayed commendable form, securing victory in 5 of their last 9 matchups. Their most recent triumph was a hard-fought 129-123 overtime win against the Timberwolves. In this game, key players such as Kobe White, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic showcased their skills, contributing significantly to the team's success. The Bulls faced adversity, trailing by as much as 23 points early in the game, only to mount an impressive comeback and seal the win in overtime. This comeback victory marked a noteworthy achievement for the Bulls this season. Contrastingly, the Memphis Grizzlies have struggled in recent games, suffering defeats in 10 of their last 14 matchups. Their most recent loss was a 123-113 road defeat against the Knicks. Despite individual standout performances from players like Vince Williams Jr., G.G. Jackson, and David Roddy, the Grizzlies were unable to maintain pace with the Knicks, falling behind by as much as 28 points before a late surge in the 4th quarter. As the Bulls prepare for their clash with the Grizzlies, they continue to grapple with injuries. Key players such as Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and Torrey Craig remain on the injury report. The Grizzlies, too, face challenges with multiple players, including Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, Marcus Smart, and Jaren Jackson, listed as unavailable or questionable. Both the Bulls and the Grizzlies have faced struggles in recent weeks. Memphis's 6-game losing streak and the Bulls' 4 losses in their last 7 outings highlight the challenges both teams are currently navigating. Despite these difficulties, the Bulls boast a more robust roster with players like DeMar DeRozan and Nikola Vucevic, giving them a potential advantage in the upcoming matchup. The contrasting performances of the two teams become evident when analyzing their respective records. Memphis has struggled at home, hosting a 6-9 record against the spread as home underdogs, while Chicago boasts a 5-2 record against the spread as road favorites. These statistics hint at a potential advantage for the Bulls in the upcoming game. With Chicago demonstrating superior form and a more favorable roster, they enter the game with confidence. The Bulls aim to build on their recent comeback win, and despite the shorthanded status of the Grizzlies, they anticipate a competitive matchup. Considering the reasonable betting line, the Chicago Bulls to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Analyzing key factors further, both teams rank 25th or worse in points per game, indicating offensive struggles. Additionally, their slow pace of play is another commonality. Defensively, both teams fall within the league's top half for defensive rating, suggesting a potentially low-scoring game. In their previous encounter, the Bulls, known as the slowest team in the NBA, held the Grizzlies to a mere 96 points. Memphis, with a strong defense on their home turf and boasting the NBA's reigning Defensive Player of the Year, promises a formidable challenge. Neither team poses a significant threat from beyond the arc or at the rim, emphasizing the slow pace of play for both teams. This matchup is anticipated to be a defensive battle. The underwhelming offensive performances of the Bulls and the Grizzlies makes under the projected total our full game total pick. Historical data supports this, with the under hitting an impressive 17-6 when Memphis plays at home. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Milwaukee Bucks. Minnesota Timberwolves are set to clash with the Milwaukee Bucks in a captivating inter-conference matchup this Thursday evening. The Timberwolves, with a record of 35-16, are coming off a recent defeat against the Bulls on the road, while the Bucks experienced a setback on the road against the Suns. Notably, Milwaukee emerged victorious in both encounters with Minnesota in the previous season. The Minnesota Timberwolves have showcased commendable form, securing victories in 5 of their last 8 games. Despite Despite this, they aim to rebound after a challenging 129-123 overtime loss to the Bulls. Anthony Edwards led the team with an impressive performance, contributing 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. Karl Anthony Towns added 33 points, and Rudy Gobert notched 12 points with 16 rebounds. Although the Timberwolves started strong, holding a 23-point lead in the first half, they faltered in overtime, resulting in one of their most significant defeats this season. Contrastingly, the Milwaukee Bucks have encountered difficulties, losing 4 of their last 5 games. Seeking to break a 2-game skid, they faced a 114-106 road defeat against the Suns. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks with 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Despite a solid defensive effort in the first half, the Bucks struggled to find their offensive rhythm, allowing the Suns to pull away in the second half with 66 points. In terms of player availability, the Timberwolves continue to miss Jalen Clark, while the Bucks have ruled out Khris Middleton, with Damian Lillard listed as questionable. Despite the challenging overtime loss to the Bulls, the Timberwolves anticipate a bounce-back performance, especially on the defensive end. On the other hand, the Bucks, known for their offensive prowess, face challenges without Middleton due to an ankle injury, and the potential absence of Lillard adds further uncertainty to their lineup. The Timberwolves, currently leading the NBA in defensive rating, aim to capitalize on their defensive strengths against a struggling Bucks team. Milwaukee's defensive struggles, evident in their 19-31 against the spread record, raise concerns, especially with Middleton sidelined. The Timberwolves, who were on a positive streak before their setback against the Bulls, appear poised to exploit the Bucks' vulnerabilities. In terms of health, the Minnesota Timberwolves hold a distinct advantage over the Bucks, who have experienced recent setbacks. Considering the Bucks' struggles, particularly in the absence of key players, the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites emerges as our full-game side pick. Minnesota boasts an impressive 48.8% field goal efficiency, and the anticipated faster pace from the Bucks could result in an increased scoring output for the Timberwolves. The Bucks, ranked 3rd in the NBA in pace, are likely to contribute to a higher scoring game. Moreover, Milwaukee has displayed a penchant for high-scoring home games, averaging 128 points in their last 5 home decisions, further supporting the expectation of a shootout. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.